Beats Planet.
Yo, wake your punk ass up for the 93 shot. It's Voch Lombardi. What's up, y'all? Doski, Woski, Peasky, Whiskey. This was requested. And I normally, I try to stay away from hard work because I am technically on vacation till June. But man, when it's in high demand like that and people asking, and this seems like questions that'll be asked until the end of time, and we still trying to raise money for that little project. Sure. Let's run it for the cardio. Let's see what Voch Lombardi thinks about these individual draft grades. Let's piss some people off if you don't mind. So what's good, y'all? We back like bra straps. Let me we got Shreyas on the phone already. I'm still the head. Shreyas, what the hell you want, man? I'm trying to do a very important I'm trying to do a very important show right now. What the hell you want?
Nah, man, I'm just here for the tune-in. I'm just outside, so I was just wondering if you could just mute me and just let me stay on the call because I'm on data right now, and it's going to cost a lot of data to be on YouTube. And
that is very smart of you. So you can't hear me while you mute it, right?
Yeah, I mean I can't say anything to you while you mute it.
Damn, that's intelligent. All right, I'm muting you, dog. I may bring you on later. So, peep this out, y'all. This is what we're going to do with the draft grades, okay? I graded all 32 teams. It took me a lot of hard work to do. But I'm going to explain how I came up with these grades so there's no discrepancy. A lot of y'all going to disagree anyway. I never cared, you know what I'm saying? Regardless, I don't really care what someone thinks of my opinion or whatever. But the phone lines are going to be open, so you can feel free to jump in line or whatnot. But I probably won't take calls until I'm completely done, just so we can get through this thing smooth. There's no need to do 3 grades, then take 5 calls. Because once those calls start coming, they start coming. And, people want to get to their damn grades. You know what I'm saying? Greg Castillo dropping something in the super chat real early. Salute to you, bro. So, Pete, let me get my shout outs out the way because I want to be very consistent with those that support me. Andrew Bailey, I don't know if you care about being first Steelers fan, but yo, salute to you, bro. You first. Canada in the building. Attack Dog 0500. What's happening? Coach Evans in the building. Ready to hear that Ravens talk. What up, man? Aaron, Virginia Finest, Cowboy up. What's happening, man? Gabriel, Dre, Luffy. Cruzan, Aaron, Lieutenant Dan in the building waiting for that F I'm going to give the Falcons. You know what I'm saying? Ryan Carlisle, what's happening? My Cowboys family, check their channel out. Cornelius Bragno, legend in the Voch Lombardi stables, man. What's happening, man? Anime Dolphin, the Dolphin fan. What's up? HG, Amber, what's up? What's up, man? What you doing up here? You don't like football. What you doing up here? Mother Effa Reed, what's happening? Touchdown, Savage Dragon, David, Other Aaron. It's 3 damn Aarons up here. Sheesh. Who else up here? David, Taylor, Doomsday Defense, Edward Clemens, SEAL Team, Edward Clemens. And we're going to stop it right there. We're gonna stop it right there, all right? The 7 Vicious, Ice Cream God, Kobe Navarre, Tall Fool Guy, whatever, Steven, Guillermo, Mad Dog, the one that called in pissed off last night. What's up, Mad Dog? All right, that's it. Cool. Let's get into this. Peep this out, y'all. This is what I did. So I graded it on a letter scale or whatever. So, you can know if you passed or failed or not. A pluses, A minus, B plus, B minus, all the way down to F. So what I did was, let me pull out the rules. Coach Evans dropping a nick in the super chat. Salute to you, Coach, for the lines on the screen, man. So this is what I did, right? I broke it down by what I feel are quality players and quality spots. Value, right? So if I feel like you got a valuable player in a valuable spot, you get a positive, right? So a positive is super good, kind of good, somewhat good, amazing pick. All that means positive. Just if you got what I call a serviceable player at that spot. A negative means you got bad value. I feel like you reached a little too hard. Some reaches are okay, but some reaches are unexcusable. Trades kind of factor into all that too. If I feel like that was a negative pick, it's going to be a negative across the board, okay? Now, everybody's going to start off with a C+. So then also, too, something else I did. I'm doing all picks, but for rounds 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, I'm giving positives and negatives. But then for rounds 5, 6, and 7s, because I feel like those are depth guys, kicking game guys you're going to cut. For round 6 and 7, I'm not giving negatives for those. But if I feel like you got a special player in the 6th round or the 7th round, some really good late day 3 value, then I'll give you a positive for that. So, for example, right, say if you're Obscure State, the pro football team, right? You start off with a C+. Say your first round pick was trash and your second round pick was trash, but your third and fourth, and like you had 2 third round picks, right? But you got 2 positives for your 2 third round picks, and your 4th round pick was good, and you got a steal in the 6th round pick. So you got 4 up arrows and 2 down arrows, okay? So that's C+. So we'll go C-, D+, C-, C+, B-, B+. So Obscure State has a B+ in their draft grade because they went so hard at the end of the draft, even though they was crappy in the first half. You see what I'm saying? This all comes down to how many quality players I feel like you walked away with. I'm not spoiling nothing, but the Indianapolis Colts, they had a gang of picks in day 1 and day 2. So if I feel like they did well, them drafting Quentin Nelson don't shoot them up the board. But if I feel like they got a bunch of quality picks in 1, 2, and 3rd rounds, then that'll bump their grades up. All right. So that's my system. And let's run for the cardio, man. We got a long show. Matter of fact, let me go get some water, man, because I feel like I'm gonna be talking for a minute. But we just ain't finna have dry, dead airtime. I'm about to plug this damn Patreon while I'm gone because it's better than food or water. Hold up. The YouTube Illuminati is taking money away from your favorite content creators, and people often ask the best way to support the channel directly. I tell them that's subscribing to my Patreon. Just $1 a month would increase production and the frequency of uploads. Basically, that means more content for you. For less than a bag of almond M&Ms, you can support the channel, call dibs on requests for future videos, and you can have access to Patreon exclusive material like my throwback film sessions. That's patreon.com/Voch Lombardi. I appreciate the support. Doski Woski. Salute. Okay, we back. I got my water, my happy juice. Take a sip. Let's get started. And I know, I'm about to come up with a new thing called Timestamp Nerds. I know I did I took a long time explaining this. So one of y'all timestamp nerds in the comment section, y'all tell everybody which timestamp to go to so we can get straight to the work. You know what I mean? If y'all ain't got nothing else to do, keep tabs on these timestamps so people know when their team is being evaluated, okay? And like I said, man, the phone lines are open the whole day. So, I mean, the whole show or whatnot, but I'm not going to get to them until the end. So if you want to find your place in line, you can go ahead and call in. Or if you kind of lacking on data, you talked up your anytime minutes like Shreyas did, you can tune in with that too. So the Arizona Cardinals, let's jump right into it and run it for the cardio. Now, even though I feel like they had the trade steal of the decade, I feel like they only gave up a 3rd round pick to go get their franchise quarterback. Okay, I'm not gonna touch on Oakland and and how much better that trade value could have been, but getting Josh Rosen number 10 and you didn't really have to give up much to get him, I think that was phenomenal. Christian Kirk is a positive as well for me. I like Mason Cole from Michigan. Now Mason Cole from Michigan ain't great, but it comes down to value. Taking him at 97, I really like that pick. Chase Edmonds at 134, I give that an arrow down. You know what I mean? Like, he's cool. I'm not a huge fan of him. Taking him at 134, it was a couple other running backs that I would have taken there. And your 6 and 7 round picks, whatever you want to do with them. I give the Cardinals a B+. They got three positives and they got 1 negative. So you kind of see how my grading system goes. They walked away with 3 serviceable players, in my opinion. 2 guys that don't matter, and I feel like the fourth round pick was just a little bit whatever. You see what I mean? So let's go to Cardinals. Boom. They got a B+. And I'm gonna keep this thing on the screen, so you know what I mean, so we can keep eyes on it and all that. Okay. With that being said, let me pop this chat box out so I can keep eyes on that too, because I feel like it's going to be important to keep eyes on the chat box. Also, if y'all want to drop a super chat for me to get straight to your team, because we are pretty much taking up donations to work on this upcoming project that I got in store for y'all. If y'all want to drop a dime in the super chat, that's $10 in case y'all know my swag. If y'all want to drop a dime in the super chat, I can get straight to your team if you in a rush. So we just going to run it like that. Canada just said, are we going in ABC order, alphabetical order? Yes, we're going alphabetical order. So if you want to hurry up and get to your team, I have laid out the groundwork for what y'all need to do to get moving. All right. So with that being said, let's get back going. Let's move on to the next team in alphabetical order, the Atlanta Falcons, Lieutenant Dan's Atlanta Falcons. I gave them four positives off the rip, man. I love Calvin Ridley. I think Isaiah Oliver is way too top tier to be drafted in 58, the second round or whatever. His length, I kind of like. He ain't super physical, nasty like Cordray Tankersley was, but he was a physical long corner with instincts and technique. And if you can get a guy like that at 58, man, salute to you. Deidre Sanat. I love Deidre Sanat. And me and Lieutenant Dan actually watched, just a good little bit of him after day 2 when, we were in Dallas for the draft. I really like that pick right there. And Edo Smith from Southern Miss. He's not going to come in and start or nothing like that. But I don't think Tevin Coleman is going to live very long in Atlanta. And Smith is going to be another complete back you can go to. Change of pace, catching the ball. I like him as a blocker. You know what I mean? He's not the best at it, but he can get it done. You see what I mean? So I like his value at 126. The rest of the guys, whatever you want to get from that, I give the Atlanta Falcons an A+ draft. Makes sense to me. Sanat's probably gonna come in and play early. Isaiah Oliver, I mean, it's some competition in that cornerback room, but that's some great damn value in the second round. Edo Smith and Calvin Ridley, y'all already know what it is with that. So I got the Atlanta Falcons A+ draft based on my system. And if y'all don't understand my draft system, I encourage y'all to hit the rewind button as I sip my H2O. Let's move on to the Baltimore Ravens. Showing love to Coach Evans. Showing love to cool ass Drake. Now, I think they get an A- right here. Let me tell you why. I don't think they get nothing from the tight end position. I think Ravens fans are kind of fed up with the Max Williams project. I think they want to go ahead and put reasonable assets in the upgrading tight end position for a couple of reasons. Let me tell you why. Because Joe Flacco, I mean, sure, you feel good about his deep threat ability, but man, we're going to have to get something going underneath in order to open up deep balls. Plus, if you're ready for a big old plus, considering we hit the panic button on Lamar Jackson, we can go into these 2 tight end sets and we can give him easy throws to get him going. Your running backs, I mean, you have some pass catching running backs, Buck Allen, Kenneth Dix from La Tech or whatever. So I think Hayden Hurst and Mark Andrews, I think both of those guys are positives. Lamar Jackson getting your franchise quarterback at 32 right at the end of the first round, so you get the 5th-year option with that. Plus, now, Orlando Brown, I personally don't like slow-footed tackles. But I think getting them at 83 I think that's pretty okay for him. You know what I mean? And even though I don't really too much care for him at 83, I can understand why somebody else can deal with him at 83. because he does have good tape. He does recover well. He is long. He's got to lose some weight, man. I think if Orlando Brown lose some weight, he'll be just fine. He got a wingspan. He's strong. We don't really play that way. He can be a little nastier in that. But he can drop 30 pounds and he'll be just fine, man. But I do give y'all a positive for Orlando Brown. Let's see, who else I got? Anthony Avery, I give you a positive for that one. Kenny Young and Jaleel Scott, I think 4th round is a bit early for those two guys, but that's just my opinion. Everybody else, I think they kind of fit in where they, where they are. I'm not going to knock you for Deshaun Elliott. I think he's a 7th round guy. I'm not going to get too heavy on a Jordan Lashley if he makes a team, whatever. So with 5 positives and 2 negatives, I give the Baltimore Ravens an A-. So salute to the Baltimore Ravens. They're gonna have to change their front office and all that type of stuff. So I hope y'all get more good drafts in the future. But I think y'all had a pretty good one on your way out, looking towards the future and all that type of stuff. Let's get into the Buffalo Bills. And contrary to what y'all think, because y'all probably think I'm gonna, just smoke the Buffalo Bills because of the, Josh Allen pick, but I'm not. Buffalo Bills got a B- drafting me, even though they do get a negative grade for Josh Allen at number 7. I think it was a bit reachy there. And I don't care what other people think about Josh Allen. Like, I'm really not for Josh Allen at 7. Now, if you draft Josh Allen at 32, we can have a conversation. But taking that dude over Lamar and over Lamar and Josh Rosen, Josh Allen at 7 is a bit rough for me, famo. Plus, they traded up to go get him, so I think that's pretty reachy. So I gave him a negative for that. But Tremaine Edmonds at 16, Harrison Phillips at 96. Not a huge fan of Teron Johnson at 121. Maybe in the 5th round, I'll probably feel a little better there. But I do kind of like the Wyatt Teller pick at 166. Now, Wyatt Teller ain't amazing, but Wyatt Teller at 166 is solid to me. So the Buffalo Bills get a B-. Pardon me, y'all. Let me move backwards. So Cards, B+. Falcons, A+. That's why I need an assistant, y'all. My bad. Ravens, A-. Y'all can hear a whole bunch of page turning too. Bills. B-. All right, y'all. Let's get into the Panthers. I got A- for Panthers. All right, cool. A- for the Panthers. Let me tell you why. Because I got this draft tracker pulled up too, and that's making it real easy to deal right now. I think DJ Moore is going to come in day one to be your number 1 receiver. You know what I mean? I think he should get all the targets. I think he should get all the love and attention. Excuse me. He's going to be better than Funches. You can move him around. Please check your super chat. Well, let me go check my damn super chat. Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Okay, appreciate you for the super chat. Ryan dropping 2, Jorge dropping 2, Coach Evans dropping 5, Greg dropping 1. But I need a 10 to jump to your team. So if y'all want me to jump straight to your team, give me that dime, man. I need that dime. So appreciate y'all for supporting though. Thank you very much. What was I saying? I was talking about the Panthers. DJ Moore about to get all the attention in that offense, man. So I love DJ Moore at 24, especially at 24. Move him all around, and I think Cam's going to love him too, so that's definitely a positive pick for me. However, I think Dante Jackson, just because he runs a real fast 40, real fast 40, I think 55 for Dante Jackson is a bit much for me. Just because he's fast. You know what I mean? I gave y'all a negative there. Dante is more of a 3rd round guy to me. Mid-3rd, late 3rd to me. I love Rashawn Golden, though. I love that dude. come in and play nickel corner for you, come in and play strong safety for you, come in and play free safety for you. I think that's some pretty good value for Rashawn Golden from Tennessee. I definitely give them an positive for that. Ian Thomas, tight end from Indiana, love to pick. Marquise Haynes, edge player from Ole Miss. He's a solid little pass rusher. You know, I kind of liked him in the Senior Bowl process or whatever. Now, he's not great, but he was picked at 136. I can co-sign picking Marquise Haynes at 136. I'm fine with that. Everybody else was kind of whatever. So with a positive, negative, positive, I give the Carolina Panthers an A-. All right? Let me hop in the comment section and see what y'all got going on. Let me see what y'all got going on. Let me see what you got going on. Okay. We good so far? All right, chat box, we good. Y'all can feel free to call in and find y'all spot in line if you want to hang around for a little bit. You know, y'all know platinum callers go to the front. Everybody else, it's going to be sequential order from there, numerical sequential order from there. So let's get into the Chicago Bears. Wait a minute, time out. Ken Miles dropped a dime in the super chat. We just had a trade. The Bears are no longer on the clock. Let's get the Giants in here. Wait a damn minute. So we're gonna do the Giants and Andrew Bailey. Who is that? Andrew Bailey. You're a Steelers fan, huh? Andrew Bailey. You gonna go right after the damn Giants. So boom. All right. Damn Bears, my bad. We gonna jump to the Giants real quick. Let me turn my page. I'm such a sucker, dog. I'm such a sucker. Let's see what the Giants said. Let me turn to my Giants page. Joe say, too bad I'm not a Giants fan. Hey. Here we go. New York Giants. They have and as a Cowboys fan, I hate to do this, but it is what it is. They get an A+ grade from me. I can't lie to y'all. Coach Evans say, money talk, BS walks. Hey, man, that what Nino Brown say. New York Giants, let me pull them up on my draft tracker so I can be precise and exact, man. But I remember watching the draft, and every time the Giants got on the clock, I remember being just hugely pissed off. 32 hot pissed off. Mad as hell, right? They got Saquon Barkley at number 2. Now, I'm not hugely mad at Saquon at number 2 because I feel like they could have got their franchise quarterback at number 2. But damn, Saquon gonna be an ass for like 3 years until Manning retires or whatever. But Saquon Barkley, my number 2 player in the whole draft or whatever, Quentin Nelson being number 1. Salute to the Giants for getting Saquon Barkley at number 2. You definitely get a positive for that. Will Hernandez at 34. Y'all know the love affair I've had with Will Hernandez, and he was my player crush. He was my pet cat this year, man. You know, the same way I felt about Miles Jack 2 years ago, that's how I feel about Will Hernandez this year. And I'm hurt. I'm hurt that he's a Giant. He's making that line better. So whatever. Lorenzo Carter, I was kind of, I wasn't a huge fan of Lorenzo Carter, really, but some people was looking at him as a first round guy. I didn't, but I think getting him at 66 is pretty solid. He can play edge and linebacker, so I'm thinking that he may do a little more interior linebacker than edge when he gets to New York, but. Or he could be Pierre Paul replacement. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what they do with that. But Lorenzo at 66, you get a positive for that. BJ Hill, you already know how I feel about the Red Helmet Gangsters, dog. You already know, bro. So damn, they got all the players I wanted. I wanted BJ Hill on my team, dog. But whatever, they get a positive for that. And they get Kyle Lauletta. Quarterback from Richmond. He is another Senior Bowl guy as well that I had a lot of faith in. So Kyle Lauletta at 108, I think that's some pretty damn good. Pretty damn good value too. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5 positives and no negatives. Now they drafted McIntosh from the U, and he's solid, but nothing to get a big grade over nothing, but that was their last pick. So you know how when you playing Madden and you getting your draft picks finessing, you get all the good players, but you done drafting by the fourth or fifth round you just threw. That's exactly what the Giants did, bro. So they limited their draft picks and they also limited their mistakes. That makes me mad. Salute to the Giants, man. Y'all get an A+ from me. So let me go ahead and scratch that out. And let me go ahead and go find the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Pittsburgh Steelers. Salute to Andrew Bailey, doc. Andrew Bailey is a legend in the Voch Lombardi community. Been around for a while. And the Polar Bears just on the clock. So let me go find Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh. Did I not do Pittsburgh? I know I did Pittsburgh because I remember laughing at Pittsburgh. Here we go. Pittsburgh Steelers. Whew. Let me take a sip of water for this one. How y'all think the Pittsburgh Steelers did? I'm about to take a sip of water, and I want y'all to go in the comment section and tell me how y'all think the Pittsburgh Steelers did as I take a sip of water. As I get ready to put my Pittsburgh Steelers grade up on the ting there. This man, damn Andrew Bailey, dog. Andrew Bailey, the only one gave Pittsburgh a B. God no. Andrew Bailey, I thank you for dropping a dime in the super chat, bro. But you just paid $10 for me to scratch my head and go, nah. Pittsburgh got C+ for me, according to my grading system. So let me pull him up and talk to him, doc. I have negative, positive, negative. So let me pull up Pittsburgh and see what's going on here. So I wasn't a huge fan of Terrell Edmonds at 28. That's wild, dog. That's wild. And before people get started, Terrell Edmonds can come out and be a starter and ball his ass off. Sure. But he could have been drafted in the second round and been a starter and balled his ass off. You know what I mean? Or, whatever. So you definitely get a negative from me drafting Terrell Edmonds at 28. I like him, but damn, at 28, come on, fam. James Washington at 60, I think that's solid. Mason Rudolph at 76, that's also solid. Both those get positives. Assuming Ben Roethlisberger, he's been really emotional with y'all lately. He could just up and say, I don't want to play football no more. You know what I mean? He's been kind of hinting at that the past few years or so. So you kind of want to protect yourself. Now, is Mason Rudolph the guy to do it for the future? I don't know. Pittsburgh, who knows, man? But assuming Ben Roethlisberger does go out, you'll be grooming your guy behind him, man. Ooh, excuse me. And I don't know how you feel about the Josh Dobbs project, but I don't know. Maybe he'll be drafted to NASA soon. So whatever. Chukwuma Okafor, not a fan. Not a fan. And taking him at 92, oh God. Chuck ain't a good football player, man. Chuck is a project. He's someone that has to learn how to play the position. He's built nice, but I just ain't a big fan of taking projects in the third round. So sorry about that. Chukwuma Okafor is not a top 100 player to me. My condolences, man. But appreciate you for the super chat, though, bro. You know I appreciate it. Now let's go ahead and go back. Now, in case y'all didn't know, what just happened was when the Bears were on the clock, the damn Pittsburgh Steelers and New York Giants jumped right in front of them for a $10 super chat donation. It's not going to me. It's going back to the production of the channel. You know what I mean? I got a big move that's coming up next month. I want y'all to be aware of that. And hey man, I want y'all to drop a little change on that if you care. Wait, where the hell did you find film on Rashawn Golden? You actually got to watch whole Tennessee games, fam, and that is bothersome. I watched a lot of whole Tennessee games, and I had to watch a whole bunch of North Carolina State games because I wanted to see the Red Helmet Gangsters. So go watch them whole games, fam. They out there. Anyway, let's move on. We're at the Bears. Now, the Bears are back on the clock, assuming nobody else super chats and bumped them back down the line. So we got the Bears. Dum, dum. Okay. So the Bears get a timeout. Timeout. What happened? Steven Benzick dropped 10. Can we? Sure. Absolutely, Steven. We can 100% do the Bears next. I'll type it in right now. rough. Steven Benzick, you already know you're a legend in these streets. Steven Benzick. You know I'll shut this whole damn show down and talk about the Bears for the rest of it, but hey, man. Steven wanted no discrepancy. All right, cool. So I really like what the Bears did, bro. The Bears for rounds 1, 2 again, and 4, they got 4 positives from me, man. So let me go ahead and pull up the Chicago Bears on my situation so we can talk about it, man. Some of my favorite players. For some reason, somebody was like, so Voch, I'm assuming you're not high on Roquan Smith. And I'm like, where you seeing that at? I'm like, where you saw that? Love Roquan Smith. You know, I feel like some people were going to like Tremaine Evans a little more. So I ranked him over him, but that don't mean I don't love Roquan Smith. I'll take either one of those guys over each other. It just depends on what you want. If you want the smart coverage, what my man Deuce call it, mental processing player, love Roquan Smith. Considering you got the girth in front of him to to help him run free. And I think the Bears have done a cool little job building towards that. So Roquan Smith, early in the draft, top 10 at number 8, I believe. Yeah, number 8. Love that pick. James Daniels, my number 1 center. They say James Daniels failed because I wouldn't say character concerns, but because he was a jerk, and Frank Ragnow and Billy Price weren't jerks. But hey, man, can you reach that 3 tech? can you down block that 4? You know what I mean? Can you do some of the things with your feet that James Daniels can do? You know what I mean? Hell nah, Frank. Hell nah, Billy. And it's still to see if I'm gonna do film session on those guys. But James Daniels at 39 is ridiculous value to me. I consider him to be a first round player. So it is what it is. Anthony Miller, also top tier. Love Anthony Miller, dog. Love Anthony Miller. He nuanced route running, man. For running backs, I'm a real big fan of nuanced route runners, guys that can get open with subtleties and small movements, quickness, routes that flash their hands and get yak. I like receivers like that. Somebody go and find on the internet somewhere. I posted my rankings. Anthony Miller was high on my rankings. Getting him at 51, it's top tier, dog. Anthony Miller is a top 50 player to me, and considering that he was drafted at 51, that's right on time. Joel Iggy, I don't want to call him Iggy because I'm a man, and I want to call him by his real last name, Inwanibwe. I think that was solid. That was close enough. Inwanibwe. That's a Nigerian name, I believe, but and he's another solid player. I like him too. I like his physicality. I like how he runs. Kind of raw, but taking him at 115, that's fine with me. And everybody else was pretty much appropriate. So the Bears get 1, 2, 3, 4 positive grades from me. So that resulted in an A+. Salute to the Bears. If anybody's coming in late, because there are people coming in late, and you see the grades on the screen and you want to know why a grade is a grade, you can either wait till the show is over, or you can hit the rewind button. Whatever you want to do. Voch, I think it's pronounced Iyabunibwe. Man, Joel go be straight. Dakota, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. How much to guarantee a Ragnar film session? Canada, man. Guaranteed a Ragnar film session? Damn. I'm on vacation too, Canada. You drop $20 in my super chat right now, I'll guarantee you a Frank Ragnar film session. Damn. Ugh, I might even do it tonight. Look, I'm really trying to get this thing that I'm trying to get for y'all going, dog. Like, I'm really trying to, you know what I'm saying? I'm really trying to get this going, and donations matter. And I really ain't planning on doing a Frank Ragnar film session, but if I can get a dub in the damn super chat, hey, man, I will do a Frank Ragnar film session. Ice Cream God dropped $1.99. You add one more penny, I'll let you pay. You add one more penny, Ice Cream God. I got you, bro. No, I'm playing. Ice Cream God. You want the Jets? Cool. I got you, fam. Let's do the Jets. Let's do the Jets next. Who was on the clock? The Bengals were on the clock. The Bengals were on the clock, so the Jets jumped in front of the Bengals. They traded up. Jets, Jets. I tell you what, I ain't even on that page, but I know I gave the Jets an A+. I just got to find that page. There's a lot of stuff on here. Steven Benzick say, that film, I got you. So cool, Steven Benzick. You came in, you babysitted for Canada. Canada won the Frank Ragnar film session for the dub. You got the Frank Ragnar film session for the dub, bro. Let me get my notepad. Frank Ragnar next. Steven Benzick, you a gangster, you a gentleman, and you a scholar. So it normally take me about 3 days to do a film session. So yeah. I might do it in 2. Appreciate it, Steven Benzick. Now, let's see. Steven a gangster, man. Look, y'all, I need a couple more people like Steven, and this thing can go to new heights, man. You know what I mean? But anyway, let's oblige these super chats. My man Ice Cream God dropped a dime in the super chat. He wanted to hear about the Jets. I'm trying to find the Jets. They're right up under the Giants. Okay, cool. The Jets I gave an A+ as well. So, notepad, Jets, A+. And let me tell you why. I go to my draft track. I got a lot of windows up, y'all, so please just bear with me. Please just bear with me. I gave the Jets positive, and they got a steal in the 6. So let me pull this up and see what we got here. Okay, cool. So, Sam Darnold, I feel like was the best quarterback in the draft. And the Jets basically they hung in there. They sat tight and they waited on their quarterback and they got him. So damn, you already know how I feel. You know how I feel about the damn Jets. And you know they traded up to the number 3 spot. And, you know, we all had a few question marks. Like, hey, man, if you're going to trade up, why don't you trade up to number 2, to number 1, get your guy. They traded up to number 3, and we was talking that noise to them like they was going to end up with Josh Allen, but they got Sam Darnold. So, salute to y'all. You definitely get a positive there. Nathan Shepard from Fort Hays State, one of the better defensive tackles in this draft, taking him at 72. I'm a huge fan of that. Salute to y'all. Chris Herndon, he's not getting talked about enough. Coach Evans is a University of Miami fan. I'm sure he can get on the table. He can vouch for Chris Herndon, complete tight end if you ask me. He's gonna do a lot of good things there, so I gave y'all a positive for him because I really like him. Perry Nickerson, whatever, but I really like Foley Fudukasi from Connecticut. And y'all got him at 180. So just to constantly reinforce that tackle depth. D-line depth. Assuming you want your linebackers to run free. You want to just have more control on defense altogether. The Jets doubled down at safety last year. They doubled down at defensive tackle this year, not in the same way that they doubled down at safety, but I think Fatukasi is a serviceable player. I think Shepard is a beast, and Sam Darnold's the best quarterback in the draft, in my opinion. All this is totally my opinion. So with a positive, and a steal grade in the 6th round, Jets come out with an A+. Salute to my man Ice Cream God for dropping that dime in the super chat. Who else? If anybody wanna jump in front, now is your time. I'll do whatever I can for that film. Hey man, salute to Steven Benzik, man. Steven Benzik is a damn legend, man. I promise you. Steven Benzik, who you want me to do next, man? Steve, I owe you some change, Steven Benzik, because you just been supporting me so much, man. Who you want me to do next? If not, I'm just going to move on to the next in alphabetical order. Look at all y'all dropping recommendations. Look at all y'all. Steven Benzik, you the only one that calls shots around here, Steven. Who you want next, dog? Because if not, we're just going to go to the Bengals. We're going to run it for the cardio. Let me take a sip of water. Steven Benzik said he wanted the Raiders next. Because this super chat's still on the board running time, so we're going to go to the Raiders because Steven Benzik said so. That's how you call shots in this game, man. That's how you call shots around here. Let me run to the phone. Wait a minute. Yo, Shreyas.
Hey, what's up, Voch?
That's how you become a legend around here. Steven Benzik is a legend around here. That's how you do it. Okay, I'm about to put you back on mute before you bother me. Anime Dolphin, thank you for dropping a deuce in the super chat, bro. Salute to you. Let's see. LMNOP. Oakland Raiders. I'll tell you what. Let's have a little fun. The Raiders are not the worst graded team I have on my list. The first person that can guess the worst graded team on my list, I get to let y'all do the next request after I do the Raiders. Now, the Raiders have a D+ now. But like I said, they do not have the worst grade on my list. So let's go to the Raider. Steven C. Block, you get to pick the next team. So Steven C. Block, go ahead and let me know. It's the daggum the Kansas City Chiefs, man. Kansas City Chiefs had a terrible grade, but the Raiders had a less terrible grade. So Steven, tell me who you want to see, bro. But the Ravens had a D+. And let me tell you why. Boy. Let me actually do the Cowboys. Okay, Steven won Cowboys next, so we're gonna do Raiders, then we're gonna do Cowboys. Okay, cool. Let me pull up the Raiders on my situation because I like to be precise and I like to be exact. Oakland Raiders. Somebody telling me something about Arden Key. I'm prepared to explain this Arden Key situation. So I just want y'all to get ready, all right? First and foremost, the Colton Miller pick, in my opinion, if you want an athletic tackle that you can groom into being great, Colton Miller is fine. People say if you teach Colton Miller a few things, he'll be good to go. This man been playing football for a good little minute. He should learn. Timeout. Ill X Taco said he want Titans next, so we're gonna put Titans up next for Ill times tacos. Plus, plus he got a little change on the back end, so you can make 2 picks if you want to, fam. But we're gonna do Titans after Cowboys. Salute to you, bro. Thank you very much, man. Y'all have helped growing the nation, and all this gonna come back to the channel. I promise it's gonna pay off. Salute to y'all. So Colton Miller has been playing ball for a while, man, and some things you can't fix with offensive linemen. Colton Miller's kind of soft to me. He catches people. He's not very proactive with his punch, and that's not a technique problem. I think that's a temperament thing. You know, a technique problem is if Colton Miller tried to punch, but he punched with his elbows wide, so he missed. Or he punched low, he punched high. That's a technique problem. Colton Miller not punching and catching people is a temperament problem. I think he's soft. And it's hard to coach players out of soft. And I've seen that name before. A12 Master Tom Cable is going to fix Colton Miller. I've heard that phrasing before. I've heard that exact phrase before. But Tom Cable can't fix soft. And if he can, salute to him. Colton Miller is strong, but ain't no point of being strong if you soft. Coach Evans, what we used to call it back then? BFN? Big for nothing? You big, you strong, you swole, you lift all the weights. He ain't whooping nobody. And Colton Miller catches people. You see what I'm saying? So we're going to put the Bucks up next. Tall, fly guy, tall tall Florida guy. That's what that means because it's Buccaneers and it's Florida. Tall Florida guy. Salute to you, man. You next after the Titans, bro. Salute. Big for nothing. He's soft. So even though the Colton Miller pick is fine, and I think Colton Miller can be serviceable, you got a lot of work on your hands, especially in that division where Von Miller exists, where the Kansas City guys exist, where Bradley Chubb just got drafted to the Broncos. You see what I mean? So of course, you get a negative grade for the Colton Miller pick. Sorry, Raiders fans. Longtime stalker, man. You got me into the NFL. Love your videos. Love your knowledge. Love the knowledge that you speak with. Keep it up, man. Salute to you, bro. Salute. Shaq the Shooter. You say you want the Saints next. I'm going to need you to drop 5 more in that super chat if you want the Saints to be next. Actually, you want the Saints after the Titans, so you're going to have to skip the Bucks. So you're going to have to drop 30 to skip the Bucks. So if you really want me to talk about the Saints right now, well, you drop 5. So you need to drop 25 and we'll skip the Bucks if that's what you want to do. Nah, man, just drop 5 more and you'll just go on after the Bucks, fam. But the Colton Miller pick, I can't deal with that. The P.J. Hall pick, I like P.J. Hall from Sam Houston State. But if I'm not mistaken, I think they traded up to go get him. Plus, he was picked at 57. Not a fan of P.J. Hall at 57. Brandon Parker, regardless of where he's picked, I think he's trash in general. I think Brandon Parker is trash in general. Now, Colton Miller ain't trash in general because he's soft and he can run block and he just kind of missed with his hands. But I think Brandon Parker is trash in general, and he was drafted at 65. You 100% get a negative for Brandon Parker. And let me tell you why I give you a negative for Arden Key. Let me explain to you why. A lot of here's 10. Love your commentary. Shaq the Shooter. Salute to you, Shaq the Shooter. Tell me, hey, look, Shaq. Tell me who you want me to break down after we break down the Bucks. Since you dropped your 10, it's only right that you get your request, fam. Tell me who you want to see. As far as Arden Key, drafted him at 87. Arden Key, I feel like a lot of people are living off old bodies with him. Okay. And even though Arden Key does show you good film, he only shows it sometimes. You know what I mean? Arden Key, look, here are Arden Key's off the field issues. Okay. He's lazy. He wanted the Saints. We're going to give you the Saints. Arden Key is lazy. Arden Key may or may not love football. And we know that if Arden Key is not playing football, he'll find his way out of shape. And that kind of gives you an idea of his work ethic. You see what I'm saying? So we gonna go Saints. So you know how for example, Odell Beckham wants his money. Even though he didn't go to like Giants practice one day or something, he was on Instagram working out somewhere else, right? Arden Key took a whole hiatus, came back fat, didn't work out. He might have been sipping lean with Jamarcus Russell, and that scares me. Now, there's some good pass rush tape on Arden Key, but if you don't love football, that's it. And I think 87 is too high to draft, may not love football, don't really work hard, potential gun under the seat guy. Plus, there are some rumblings of marijuana in his system, in this league, to where you can't smoke marijuana. You see what I'm saying? So, damn, I can't really give you positive for Arden Key. I like him. There's some good tape. But think about this. If Arden Key didn't have off-the-field issues, he'll be like a third-round pick because he's not great versus the run. He's a great pass rusher sometimes, right? But then you add in the off-the-field stuff. Taking him at 87 is rough. But if we can get into the two positives that bump the Raiders up out of the F zone, I like Nick Nelson from Wisconsin. I like Maurice Hurst from Michigan. And we all know getting Maurice Hurst at 140 is absolute steal. You see what I'm saying? So, of course. And to be fair, I think that's why the Raiders, even though the Raiders kind of got a similar grade to the Chiefs, that's why the Raiders drafted better than the Chiefs, in my opinion, because at least they got Nick Nelson and Maurice Hurst. If you fit Maurice Hurst into the first spot, then bump everybody else down, then you got Maurice Hurst at 1, Colton Miller at 2, P.J. Hall at 3, B.J. Parker at 4, Arden Key at 5, and that looks a little better. So, hey, man. It is what it is, but I think I talked enough about the Raiders. Let's move on to get to these other picks. What we got? Cowboys on the list. And look, I'm gonna need y'all to not call me biased. I'm gonna need y'all to not call me biased when I talk about this, but we're gonna run it for the cardio. Cowboys got an A+ to me. And anybody will tell you the Cowboys got A+, right? Let me go ahead. I shouldn't have to pull this damn thing up. I already know the Cowboys off the top of my head or whatever. But this is why the Cowboys got an A+ to me. This is why. Regardless of whatever you feel about Leighton Vander Esch, I still feel like he's soft. He needs to be better with his hands, should I say? Regardless of however you feel about Leighton Vander Esch's hands or all that type of stuff, his disengaging or whatever, Leighton Vander Esch 100% comes in and feels the need for the Dallas Cowboys. Now, I wanted Harold Landry. I wanted Will Hernandez. I wanted Isaiah Wynn. Damn it, Calvin Ridley was there. You know what I mean? But we got Leighton Vander Esch, and Leighton Vander Esch is going to come into this Tampa 2 defense. He's going to play middle linebacker for this Tampa 2 defense, and what you need from a middle linebacker in a Tampa 2 defense, you need somebody that can move laterally. You need somebody that can move backwards, and somebody that can cover their ass off. Leighton Vander Esch is a great cover guy. He moves laterally. He moves backwards. So that's a positive pick, you know? I think 19 is a little early for Leighton Vander Esch, in my opinion. Maybe in the 20s, Leighton Vander Esch would have been a better go at it. But where else are you going to find a linebacker like Leighton Vander Esch in this draft? There aren't anymore. Rashaan Evans ain't like Leighton Vander Esch. Where people say, like, watch this. The Cowboys wanted Rashaan Evans. If you're gonna get a linebacker, why don't you get Rashaan Evans? Well, if you look at Rashaan Evans, that's kind of what we got in Jalen Smith already, a downhill thumper type of guy that can pass rush on third downs, competent in man coverage, but maybe not so much moving backwards and laterally. Leighton Vander Esch he's your guy for that. Plus, he's smart. So I give you a positive for Leighton Vander Esch. Connor Williams. Now peep this out though, because it's the funny part. People calling me biased. I put all my information on the internet. So when you go find my linebacker rankings, my offensive line rankings, quarterback, edge, and wide receiver rankings, all the Cowboys players that we got, they're all top 5 players on my rankings. I ain't making this up. Connor Williams, I consider him to be the best offensive lineman in the draft 2 years ago. When it was, whatever. But then he kind of got hurt. But whatever, right? You ask somebody to move 300-pound men and they hurt, they're going to look a little different. But Connor Williams still a top 5 offensive lineman to me. Not top 5 overall, but as far as offensive lineman, like behind Nelson, behind Hernandez, behind Wynn. I had it behind somebody else too, I forgot. But Connor Williams fit right up in there for me. And getting him at 50 is some damn good value. Michael Gallup, he was my number 4 receiver, actually. I like nuanced route running. And getting Michael Gallup at 81 is some damn good value. Dorrance Armstrong, I consider him to be a 3rd round pick. We got him in the 4th. You know what I'm saying? Dalton Schultz, 3rd round pick to me. We got him in the 4th. Mike White, if y'all remember, I went on a Twitter crusade, a Facebook crusade, and I hopped on YouTube. If y'all really remember, if y'all really keep up with me, I was on that whole movement like, yo, what makes Mike White different from Josh Rosen? I was really high on Mike White. You know what I mean? You can't really call me biased because I've been talking about these people for a while. The Cowboys just happened to draft them. Covington, Wilson, Scarborough. I'm not in love with Bo Scarborough like everybody else is, but whatever. So, with Vander Esch at 1, Connor Williams being a 1st round player, getting him in the 2nd. Michael Gallup being a 2nd round player, getting him in the 3rd. Armstrong, 3rd round guy, getting him in the 4th. Same with Dalton Schultz. Cowboys got an A+ to me. You can hate it if you want to. I'm having a good day. My water cold. My super chat on fire. Life's good. Life is good, man. So, Cowboys got an A+ to me. I don't think their A+ is better than the Giants' A+, but, whatever. Hey, y'all, watch this. Robert Jackman say Cowboys suck. Then he called me biased. Then he say I'm out. This whack. Hey, thanks for the view, dog. Bad Bandit say you killed Leighton Vander Esch on your film breakdown. Yeah, I said Leighton Vander Esch is terrible with his hands. I still say he's terrible with his hands. On the film session, I said that when he runs free, when he runs lateral, he's better. I haven't changed my mind on that. Leighton Vander Esch is a pretty good cover guy, which I said in the film session. I haven't changed my mind on that. I think a lot of y'all just trying to find narrative just for the sake of finding narrative. I haven't changed my stance. Draft day, I said I would rather have Harold Landry. I would still rather have Harold Landry. That don't mean Leighton Vander Esch was a bad pick. I just preferred Will Hernandez, Isaiah Wynn, and Harold Landry. You see what I'm saying? But whatever. Peanut gallery going peanut gallery. Some people sensitive. Some people gonna cry. But whatever though. I ain't tripping. Let me see. And you know what? As a Cowboys fan, like I'm pretty like used to, people not liking the Cowboys. So I think it's only bad when like the day I fight for your acceptance or whatever, I want all y'all to unsubscribe to me, dog, and just stop watching. The day I change who I am and how I think for the sake of acceptance, oh, man. Get me out of here then. Let's move on to the Tennessee Titans, though. Tennessee Titans got an A- to me. Now, Tennessee Titans, they didn't have a lot of picks. That's partially why they got an A- to me. But with the few picks that they did have, they did damn good with them. They pissed me off as a Cowboys fan because I really wanted Harold Landry, and they got him for a steal. Rashaan Evans, he can come in and play Sam or Mike for you day one. Depend on what you need from him. Like if you need him to go cover people, then maybe not. But that's why I think he's more so of a Sam, but he can play Mike if you need him to. First and second down, for sure, Mike. But Rashaan Evans at 22, damn good pick. That's a positive. Harold Landry. Y'all know how I feel about Harold Landry. Then look, the bad part about it, Tennessee traded up with Oakland to get him. Oakland missed out on Harold Landry. Come on, Oakland. But Harold Landry in the second round at 41, that's amazing value. I'm hearing he also failed in draft stock because he was an asshole too. So whatever. Dane Cruikshank, whatever. He's there, whatever. But I really like Luke Falk, though. I really like Luke Falk. And that's something else I'm not going to change on neither. That's Voch's new show for Cowboys fans, Voch's Integrity. Hilarious. Il Taco say, let's go. Hey, man, Il Taco dropped another dime in the super chat just to salute my A-, bro. And look, it probably could have been an A+, but y'all only had 4 picks. You know what I mean? But salute to the Titans, man. They got Luke Falk, just in case you're not on board with the Mariota project. I really do like Luke Falk. Dan Cruikshank is a traits guy, really. But Harold Landry and Rashaan Evans, those 2 picks are the ones that put the nipple on the titty. You walked away with a pretty good haul right there. So A- for the Tennessee Titans. That's making the most out of limited resources, gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Let's move on for another super chat payoff. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Bucks. Here we go. I want somebody to call me biased right here too for giving this team an A+. Hey man, scrubs gonna be scrubs. What my man Wayne say, hoes gonna be hoes, so I couldn't blame Tammy. Hey man, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, dog, they really pissed me off, man. And look, if I say that a team pissed me off, it's a good thing because I'm a Cowboys fan. I was sitting down with Lieutenant Dan wrapping up, and it really didn't hit me till the second day. Till me and Lieutenant Dan sat down and we reviewed the draft. Because I knew Tampa Bay got Vita Vea, but it really didn't hit me. And Dan was like, man, Vita Vea gonna fit right in, boy. And I was like, yeah, he is. With Gerald McCoy and Noah Spence gonna be over there. And I wonder who they got playing the other end. And Dan was like, they got James Pierre-Paul. And I was like, damn, they got James Pierre-Paul too. So, shouts out to Lieutenant Dan for bringing that heartbreak to my system. But Vita Vea number 12, of course you get a positive play for that, man. The best guy in the draft. If you haven't seen a Vita Vea film session, you can go to Lieutenant Dan's channel. Me and him did a joint film session on that. But of course you get a positive for Vita Vea. Ronald Jones at 38. And I like Ronald Jones. I like Ronald Jones as if he's a late first round guy. When you watch Ronald Jones, you see a lot of Jamal Charles. You know what I mean? Identically almost. So, I like Ronald Jones. I like MJ Stewart from North Carolina. Got him at 53. And you know what? This is another reason why the Tampa Bay got a good grade now that I just think about it. 1, 2. They got 3 second-round picks, a third and a fourth. Makes sense. So, yeah, they got a positive for Vita Vea, positive for Ronald Jones, positive for MJ Stewart. I love Carlton Davis with his big ass. I love Carlton Davis. Long-limbed, physical dude. Now he won't give you much in the zone game. Probably won't be, not a very mental processing type of dude. But but the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers tired of Vernon Hargreaves getting picked on, dog. So they doubled down with MJ Stewart and Carlton Davis. Don't that make sense? Doubling down with MJ Stewart and Carlton Davis. Don't that make sense? Hell yeah, the Buccaneers got a damn A+. Who else they got? Alex Kappa. Now, if I could just preface this for a second, Alex Kappa whooped on a lot of people that ain't gonna ever play football again in their life. But he went to the Senior Bowl and he did fine, and that gave me a solid idea of what Alex Kappa's gonna be like. Alex Kappa ain't as top tier as his film, alludes to. That boy whooped the hell out them dentists. Alex Kappa was whooping on them lawyers and them architects and them goddamn engineers, but boy, did he whoop them. But I give y'all a positive for Alex Kappa as well. The only negative grade, and not even grade, but Jordan Whitehead. And Jordan Whitehead from Pittsburgh, he's a cool player. He's fine. I think 117 was a bit much for him. He's more of a 5th, 6th guy to me, but that's just my opinion. I'll tell you what, though, Tampa Bay Buccaneers fans, you got a damn steal in Jack Sitchy. I wish I can give y'all 2 thumbs up for Jack Sitchy ass. Taking him at 202. The only problem is that he breaks all his knees. He I think as far as off the field injury type of deal or whatever, like Jack Sitchy sat out the whole last year. He hadn't played football in a long time. But if you go watch film on Jack Sitchy, that dude flies all over the field. He's a gangster. He has great mental processing. He is solid as he gets for me. And I like him, but he broke all his legs. But Jack Sitchy at 202, that's solid. And I ain't really got nothing to say about Justin Watson at 144. I mean, that's right on time. That's whatever. Colin, you can actually go on my channel and you can look at all of the not all of them, but day 2 and day 3 Senior Bowl pass rushes. So I think I did a pretty good job breaking that down. And that's gonna be, my lane moving forward, so to speak. I really do like breaking down Senior Bowl practices. O-line, D-line stuff in general. So go on my channel for that. Dan say, I was sitting there with Voch like, how is this going to work? Hey, man, Falcons got to block them dudes up front. So it is what it is. Let's move on. Who we got next? Let me put Buccaneers A+. Cool. We got the Saints. Let's see what the Saints got. Let me look at my timestamp. How long have we been doing this? Hour and 11? Good time. Good time. We got plenty of time. Because I do want to catch the basketball game. And I'm going to go get wings and beer to celebrate the live stream. New Orleans Saints. I mean, look, they didn't draft horribly. But it seems like the Saints drafted so well last year that they drafted badly this year just to get their average right. You know what I mean? Just to bring the average down a little bit for expectations. I mean, last year's draft was phenomenal. So when the Saints traded a first-round pick next year, I assumed they were going up to go get Lamar Jackson, considering Josh Rosen flew off the board at, 9, 10? Whichever one, the Cardinals. Assuming yes, considering Josh Allen just flew off the board. Josh Rosen, pardon me, flew off the board. I assumed that Marcus Davenport wasn't even going to be the guy. I assumed that Lamar Jackson was going to be the next guy coming off the board because you traded up to go get quarterbacks in my short draft experience. But holy moly donut shop, they traded up to go get Marcus Davenport, the guy that I wasn't even high on to start with. Now, if the Saints would have drafted Marcus Davenport at 20-something, this would have been okay. But damn, dog, y'all traded up to 4. And look, this the bad part. This the bad part about it. I think Saints fans that don't understand draft don't get it. Like Saints fans that watch film have a solid idea of what's going on. But I was looking at my comment sections, right? And I saw some Saints fans were like, yo, the Saints are trying to win now. I like the pick. Davenport ain't no win now pick. You got to groom Davenport. Now, Davenport can, he can come in and push people around and kind of be strong, but Davenport's biggest problem is that he runs down the middle of people with no plan and his hands down. And you can fix that. Some people I think Marcus Davenport is trash. That's not true. He just runs down the middle of people with his hands down and no plan. And that's a recipe for disaster. Now, you can fix that. But trading your first round pick next year to go get him, that's my problem. And I don't think the team at 15 we're going to draft him neither. So the Saints definitely got a negative there for me. Traquan Smith, he's a cool receiver from Central Florida. I like the pick. If you like him, you like him. Traquan Smith, 3rd round, 91. I don't have a gripe about that. Whatever. Rick Leonard, Florida State offensive lineman at 127. Too high. Too high. Then you look at 5th round, 6th round. I mean, Cameron Moore, Boston Scott. People ask me, yo, Voch, what you think about Will Clapp? I'm like, I don't think about Will Clapp. So based on the gradable whatever, thumbs down for Davenport, thumbs down for Rick Leonard, thumbs up for Traquan Smith. It just is what it is, dog. Saints got a C-. But salute to the super chats that helped make this Saints pick possible, though. Salute to y'all. Tall Florida guy said the Saints gave up 2 ones for a project player. I mean, I feel you. I feel you on that. But hey, let's go back to the Bengals. The Bengals finally on the clock. They're supposed to be on the clock, but guys are moving around. So, like I said, if you want to call into the show and hold your spot, that's cool. If you want to, if you don't want to, wait so long, you want to go ahead and get your team out the way, you could drop $10 in the super chat. The support that I've gotten so far has been amazing. Let's go back and see. Greg Castillo, Coach Evans, Ryan Carlisle, Jorge, Ken Miles, Andrew Bailey, Steven Benzick, Ice Cream to God. Steven Benzick again, because you a gangster. Anime Dolphin, Ill Times Tacos, Tall Florida Guy, Shaq the Shooter, twice. And Ill Times Tacos again, man. Y'all gangsters, man. And the damn support that I've gotten so far has been amazing. And it's mind-blowing. And y'all going to be the reason this thing blows up. You heard me? Wait till y'all see what I got in store for you. Everything's going to go back to the channel, all right? So, Cincinnati Bengals, let's do this. Let's run it for the cardio. Let's run it for the cardio. I gave the Bengals an A+. Let me tell you why. A+. Boom. They got all positives across the board. And they got a steal positive in the 5th. So let's see. Billy Price, 21. Okay. Jesse Bates at 54. Great value right there. Sam Hubbard at 77. That's right on time. Now, when people were calling Sam Hubbard a 1st round pick and Voch was like, nah, y'all was calling me a hater. Fall back. Mark Walton, complete running back, University of Miami. Getting him at 112. That's right on time. That's right on time, famo. Put him behind Mixon. Let him change the pace a little bit. Andrew Brown is the steal, in my opinion, that the Bengals got. Andrew Brown from Virginia, the defensive tackle. He was labeled defensive end or whatever, but that's a 3-tech. Get him in the 5th round at 158. Now, like I said, if you go to my channel and you go to my Senior Bowl practice analysis or whatever, Andrew out there whooping people, man. Andrew out there whooping people, and that made me go back and watch his film, and he had some pretty solid film too. So I like the Bengals pick right there, getting him in the 5th round. So with positives across the board, really, and the one steal in the 5th round, Bengals got an A+. Salute to Coach Evans for showing me the light on Mark Walton. I watched some film on him. Didn't get it. He talked me through it. I watched a little more film on him. Mark Walton, cool. He's not as amazing as people say he's not a 1st round pick, but Mark Walton is a complete running back, and I like him. Voch doesn't respect Ohio State D lineman. Shut up. Shut up. Get out of here. You're an Ohio State fan, I bet. Shut up. Let's move on to the Browns. Cleveland Browns. Okay. Joey little brother gonna be cold though. Just like Joey brother gonna be cold. So the Cleveland Browns, by de facto, and I wouldn't even say by de facto, but they get an A+ too. They had a lot of picks, and when you have a lot of picks, you bring in a lot of guys that can play. So let's take a look and see who they got. Let's see who we got here. Let's see what we got. Baker Mayfield at number 1. I don't mind it. I was really high on Baker Mayfield. I like the fact that you can cuss and crotch grab somebody on live TV and lead your team to a blowout. I'll take that every day of the week. Teams were kind of hating on Denzel Ward. They wanted Bradley Chubb. I think teams wanted Bradley Chubb. The Browns wanted Bradley Chubb because all they saw were mock drafts giving them Bradley Chubb, and they got acclimated to the idea of Bradley Chubb. Denzel Ward is a top 5 player as well. And hey, man, look, Joe Hayden was a long time ago. And you kind of need somebody to be that corner for you. So, look, if you look at the Browns, I mean, look, that's their cornerstone at cornerback. Cornerstone, whatever. They got their guy at defensive end. Offensive line's good. Nick Chubb at running back. They got they quarterback or whatnot. Please, Josh Gordon, don't pick that weed up no more. Josh Gordon, don't pick that weed up no more, and we gonna be good. Austin Corbett. I was a little surprised to see Austin Corbett at 33, but what made me think about it is I think the Browns see him as a tackle, and McGlinchey, Connor Williams, and Isaiah Wynn, those guys were gone. So I think they drafted Austin Corbett as a tackle. So him from Nevada. So getting him at 33, I'm not mad at that pick neither. I didn't give a negative until we got Chad Thomas at 67 from Miami. I don't mind Chad Thomas, but I do think 67 was a little high for him. He's not a top 100 player to me. Antonio Callaway. On the field, he's solid. On the field, Antonio Callaway is a very explosive, quick, sudden, fast, damn good receiver. Good route running, all that. His only on-the-field problem is he kind of got some drops. Can't have drops. We can fix everything else, but we can't have drops. Antonio Callaway at 105. He's probably gun under the seat guy. He's and he's weed guy. But I think he's found peace with his weed situation. And I don't think he's kidnapped my girlfriend guy. I don't think he's that dude. But this is about the time you would take these kind of players. The fourth round is when you take criminals and injury guys, right? Because they're not, day one and day two. So Antonio Callaway, day three. Antonio Callaway, day three. That's pretty solid, bro. So I'll give y'all a positive for 105. Now, if they would have taken Antonio Callaway in the third round, that would have been a negative. But the fourth round is for, criminals and injury guys. And everybody else is kind of whatever. So, positive. The one negative being Chad. Positive. They still get an A+ because, shucks, when they got the A+, they went back down to A-. They went right back up to A+. So, good job, Browns. Got a good draft. You got a lot of good players you can bring in and play with. Salute to the Browns. Malik Raheem want to hear about the Patriots. Hey man, drop 10 in the super chat. I'll talk about them right now. Yes, absolutely. Callaway is the credit card fraud guy. He was the one that got caught up in that situation, but he wasn't the lead culprit in it. That's more of a my friend ain't shit situation. But hey man, like I said, y'all can if y'all, it's funny. You can actually go to my Twitter, and I did a damn poll: which off the field issue is worse? Friends ain't shit guy, gun under the seat guy, kidnap my girlfriend guy, and I don't love football guy. Go in the comment section and tell me which one of those off the field issues is worse for you. Let's move on. Let's do the Broncos. That boy bought a Rolls Royce with his first check. Hey, man, tomorrow ain't promised, dog. That boy said, I'm going to get this bread and we going to be good. Roy Carlisle say, what do you think about the Colts getting Deion Kane in the 6th? I mean, I'll get there. Unless you want to drop, Actually, Ryan Carlisle, you dropped some money in the super chat, huh? Okay, Ronnie, you dropped $2 in the super chat. Yo, Ronnie, if you drop $8 more in the super chat, I'll do the Colts right now. Ryan Carlisle. Because we just got to be fair to everybody else, famo. You know what I mean? So, let's get into it. Denver Broncos. I gave the Broncos an A-. Let me get into it so I can tell you why. Broncos got a lot of faith in Case Keenum, huh? That's interesting. So, with the Broncos, I gave them a positive for Bradley Chubb. I know y'all loving that. Positive for Cortland Sutton. I gave a negative for Royce Freeman. I don't like him at 71. Naheem Hines and Edo Smith, Mark Walton, those type of guys I value a little more than Royce Freeman. Royce Freeman is very to me. He's like a 5th round guy in my opinion. Take him in the 3rd round. Can't co-sign that. So that's your first negative. Your next negative is Isaac Yiadom. I actually had to go back to watch him. And he's basically drafted for being a traits guy. The problem is you drafted him top 100 to be traits guy. I can't get jiggy with that. So currently, with the 2 ups and the 2 downs, the Broncos are at a C+. This is what brought the Broncos up. Josie Jewell at 106. I want to give a shout out to everybody that hated on Voch for saying Josie Jewell's not a 1st round guy. But Josie Jewell at 106 is fine with me. I love Deshaun Hamilton, wide receiver, Penn State. I love Deshaun Hamilton. I love Troy Fumagalli. And getting those 2 guys at 113 and 156, oh, man. That's some damn good value at 113 and 156. I think Troy Fumagalli is going to be really good on that team because he can catch, plus he blocks his ass off. So, it is what it is. Matthias say Voch is getting greedy. Voch is a capitalist. But like I say, though, Matt, this ain't for me, though. I'm taking up donations to increase the production of the channel. Y'all ain't see that new camera I had? Y'all ain't been noticed the upgrading of my channel? I do film in one extra 80p now. I do an extra 80p like it used to be like 520. I do 7 something. It's going to be 1080 at some point. This ain't for me. The little bit I get from views, I keep that, but the Patreon go to the channel, bro. But anyway, yeah, Troy Fumagalli, Deshaun Hamilton, Josie Jewell, that brought the energy up for me. So I really do like those picks. Cortland Sutton, he was getting a lot of Cowboys talk at 19. I'm glad we didn't take him at 19. I'm glad we didn't take him at 19, dog. But whatever. Let's get into the Detroit Lions. If y'all don't mind, I just want to take a second to take a sip of this happy juice and look in the comment section and see what's going on in the comment section. Steven Benzik out here, loyal, boy. Fighting a good fight for your boy, Voch Lombardi. Salute, Steven. It's all going to come back full circle, I promise. What else we got? Cortland Sutton was my 6th or 7th receiver. Me too, James. He was in that range somewhere, but I mean that's just because I like route runners. I like nuanced route runners, but that's just my opinion. Let's move on. Let's see what else we got. How many people we got watching? Yeah, that's solid. 136. That's solid. When they ever say 136 live in real life, that's like 400 people. So. Frank Ragnow at 20. James Daniels is my number 1 center. You know what I'm saying? Billy Price and Frank Ragnow is much more of the toss-up. Now, I'm going to come out with the Frank Ragnow film session soon. Okay? Frank Ragnow is very much intangibles guy. He could be a little stronger, but he's definitely hat-on-hat dude. You know what I mean? And what I mean by hat-on-hat guy, like if you run a zone offense, you ain't got to blow somebody off the football all the time. Sometimes you can just get in front of a D lineman or a linebacker to create the run lane and just don't get your running back tackled. I did that a bunch in high school. Majored in stalemates. You know what I'm saying? So I like Frank Ragnow a little bit. He's solid, but you definitely get a positive from me. Kerryon Johnson. I love Kerryon Johnson. Now, wait a minute. Time out. Cool. I love Kerryon Johnson. Now, Kerryon Johnson, with his Le'Veon Bell-ass run style, with his Joe Mixon-ass run style, that very patient, meticulous, slow to it, blow through it type of style, that's your pick right there. That's the one you know what I mean? That's the one you want. That's the one you love. Salute to Kerryon Johnson. That's going to be your man's right there. Tracy Walker, I think it was a bit early to take him at 82. If the Lions have a plan for him, whatever. But I think 82 I think that's a little bit too high for him. Deshaun Hand, I think 114 is solid for Deshaun Hand. Now, this would have been an A+ situation, but you got brought down from the Tracy Walker pick. But what brings it right back up is Terrell Crosby at 153. Terrell Crosby is about a second round or so guy or whatever. But Terrell Crosby in the 5th round at the 153rd guy. Oh, man, Terrell Crosby, salute to you. And then you already know, like I said last time on the last 2 videos, the Lions are trying to run the ball. They got Frank in there, Terrell in there, Ricky in there. They got somebody else at guard, I forgot. But they're going to run the ball, and Kerryon is their running back. So I like the Terrell Crosby pick at 153. So you're going to get that out of there. Somebody else say Cowboys is a biased pick. So let me tell you this. Let me just call you out because I like to call people out. I'm very good at calling people out. Andros or Andros, whatever. Tell me why the Cowboys draft is not an A+. Because no matter what you say, I'm going to expose the fact that you ain't been watching film. Andros, whatever your logic is, Andros, whatever your logic is for the Cowboys not having an A+ draft, I can pretty much flip it into your ass ain't been watching film. So I'm gonna call you out on that. Yo, Voch, why didn't you do any tight ends this year? I normally don't do tight ends. I made an exception last year. Somebody paid for the O.J. Howard film session. Somebody paid for the David Njoku film session. I didn't do tight ends the year before that. Anyway, besides me calling people out, let's get into the Green Bay Packers. I know I really like their draft too. Oh, my bad. Broncos A- and Lions A-. Cool. Canada dropped two Canadian joints in the situation. We international. Steve the GOAT, so is Voch. Thanks for the grade. Hey, man, salute, Steve. Salute. The Lions going to do great things this year. So let's see. Virginia Finest say Green Bay got an F grade. Now, if I was biased like people say, then yeah, the Packers would probably get an F grade, but and I don't even like the Packers. I can't stand them. But I think the Packers did damn good in the draft this year. A-. That's what they got. Let me pull it up on my situation. Boom. Jair Alexander at 18. Great value, dog. Love Jair Alexander. Josh Jackson at 45, doubling down. Josh Jackson was considered by many to be a first round corner. And you get him at 45. At 45. Come on, dog. Oren Burks. This is real borderline for me. You know what I'm saying? But I don't mind Oren Burks at 88. I don't mind it. I wouldn't have picked him at 88, but it's not terrible. So I give you a plus there. However, Jamal Moore at 133 in the fourth round, too high. I'm not a big fan of Jamal Moore at 133 at all. So I got you out of there. But I got a steal down here in 207. They got Equinemius St. Brown in the 6th round. So the Packers would have had a B+ grade for me, but getting St. Brown that late, I really like Equinemius St. Brown. You know what I mean? And to be able to get him at 207. Apparently he fell because, some people feel like he don't like football. I don't know. I wasn't in the interviews with him. We'll see. But shucks, based on what I had, and look, when Equinemius had a great crew around him, man, when he had Kaiser throwing him the ball and everything was good at Notre Dame, he was straight. But damn, when it rains, it pours. Foolish Demons say, you watch Battle Rap, Voch? Of course I watch Battle Rap. Even his Guardian Angels duck. Of course I watch Battle Rap. I've been in a few comment sections, absolutely. So anyway, it's the Green Bay Packers. They got an A- from me. I like that they double down at corner. A lot of people forgot they got an old boy from the Jets and they got him on the D line next to Mike Daniels. so they D line straight. Then they just went and bolstered their cornerbacks, and they already got Kevin King. So we'll see, man. We'll see what the Green Bay Packers do, and they ain't really need help on offense. So. Foolish Demon say, "Hey, Verb, you think he can beat Mook? He's been taking L's lately." Well, he ain't been motivated. Verb been want to battle Mook for a minute. Texans, Houston Texans. I'm not a huge Texans fan at all. I live in Houston, but I'm biased, so maybe they get a bad grade from me. I don't know. Nah, I'm fooling around with y'all. The Houston Texans get an A- grade from me, but because they had a lot of third and fourth round picks, and y'all know I gave a lot of positives from third and fourth round guys, and they had a lot of those. So they don't have a first or a second, but they had 3 thirds, 1 fourth, and they got a steal and a 6 according to me. So let's run it. Justin Reed at 68, like the pick. Martinez Rankin at 80, I like that pick. Jordan Akins at 98 was a little high for me. That was a little high for me, but it is what it is, not my opinion. Kiki QT at 103, I like the pick. And look, this is the funny part. I watched way more film on Kiki QT than I wanted to because I remember watching a whole bunch of Pat Mahomes film last year. I know everything there is to know about the shrimp business. And the steal was Duke Ejiofor at 177. I just dropped that film session with Lieutenant Dan. We actually did that film session a long time ago. Like in November, I'm assuming. But I'm just now dropping it. I actually lost it. It was in my downloaded folder. And it wasn't in the folder where I had my other film session. So go check out the Duke Ejiofor film session if you're a Houston Texans fan. But A- for them, bro. A- for them. Let's see. Let me hop in the chat box, see what we got here. Everybody still good to go? Everybody still woke? Everybody still alive? We still got good numbers. All right, let's keep trucking. Funny story. I got this chick I used to mess with. She's actually cousins with Martinez Rankin, and I went on her Instagram and she was in a picture with him. And I'm like, why the hell are you in a picture with? Why are you in a picture with Martinez Rankin? What the hell you dating Martinez Rankin? She was like, nah, it's my cousin. And of course, I tried to finesse the interview, but she's a chick I used to mess with. Indianapolis Colts. They get and then after this, Colts. A+. They had a lot of second round picks, 4 to be exact, and they got a steal in the 5th. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what the Colts got. First of all, you got the number 1 player in the draft at number 6. You can't beat that with a stick, Playboy. That's as top tier as it gets. Quit sending me emails. That's as top tier as it gets to me. Darius Leonard, I think it was a bit early for Darius Leonard. Just a tad bit. But Darius in the second round, right around the 36 area, that's fine. He's more of a 40s, 50 guy to me, but 36 ain't too far from that. They had a back-to-back pick at 37. Braden Smith continuing the save luck process, bolstering the offensive line. Not mad at it. I like that pick. Kamoko Toure adds another pass rush, put him on the other side of Terrell Basham, let him fly. Tyquan Lewis, he can give you a little more pass rush in that rotation. I like Tyquan Lewis since I don't like Ohio State players. I got some film on Tyquan Lewis if you look in my Senior Bowl tapes. It all come back to Senior Bowl. Naheem Hines. I really like Naheem Hines from North Carolina State. Another red helmet gangster, if you will, but he played running back. I think it's Marlon Mack's job. But Naheem Hines can come in, give you depth, change the pace, catch the ball, and all that type of stuff. The steal, in my opinion, was Darius Fountain. Oh, man, Doris Fountain. Hey, Sam Pena, first time I seen you in the chat box. He say, do the Chargers, Voch. Well, Sam Pena, I don't know if you've been here, but if you want me to skip the line, you're going to have to drop $10 in the super chat, Sam Pena. If not, you're going to have to wait a little minute. I like Doris Fountain from Northern Iowa. Great ball tracking. Great hands. I like route runners. Pretty long dude, you know what I'm saying? Productive, very, very productive. I like Doris Fountain. You bring him in and let Andrew Luck get hands on him. I can imagine whoever's going to be playing wide receiver for Andrew Luck is going to be, they'll be fine. They'll be fine. I know you a Dallas fan, and I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan, but an A+ draft. Yes, an A+ draft. Look, hey, I'm opening the floor to anybody. This is what I love to do. If anybody wants to, and this ain't me calling you out, Ant Beast, but you're like the 100th person that said this. If anybody don't believe the Cowboy deserve an A+, you can talk to me, and I'll prove you ain't been watching film. That's it. A lot of people like Deion Kane at 185. I'm not a huge Deion Kane fan. That's pretty right on time for me in the 6th round. So, I mean, if y'all like him, whatever, but I don't know. You want to talk about Ohio State? I got a pretty extensive track record with hating on Clemson players, too. So, people think I hate Clemson players, too. Good job, Eric. Give him the number to call in, too. Boom. Let's talk about Duval County, Jacksonville Jaguars. I know a lot of people show a lot of love in the Jacksonville Jaguars community. Salute to them. They fools with Voch Lombardi over there on Jaguars Reddit. So salute to the Jags. Boom. What I got? Okay, cool. A+. If y'all have any questions about why I gave a team a certain grade or whatnot, please hit that rewind button. We got a lot more show to go. Jacksonville Jaguars, man, Taven Bryan, that dude walking in, making that D-line even better. And he's young, so plug him in and let him one gap, let him get upfield and be nasty. A lot of people had him as a 3-4 defensive end. That's a cool little spot, but those guys are asked to 2 gaps sometimes. Man, you let this dude just line up in B gap and just let him fly. Oh man, Taven Bryan in the first round is top tier. DJ Chark at 61. A lot of people were talking about DJ Chark in the first round. I wasn't on that train, but DJ Chark in the second round at 60. I ain't mad at it. Ronnie Harrison 93. I ain't mad at it. Will Richardson at 129. Not a huge fan, but it was right on time. It was right where Will Richardson would be. And when I'm looking at these offensive linemen, I'm accounting for the fact that this wasn't a great tackle class. So Will Richardson at 129 is okay for me. That's solid for me. So sure. Tanner Lee trash though, but that's in the 6th round, and I don't give bad grades in the 5th through 7th. So Jags. A+ for the Jags. Good job. Very top 10 draft. If y'all pardon me, I just want to take a sip of Happy Juice. How many I got left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We only got 11 more to go, guys. Let's run it for the cardio. Where are we at? Matter of fact, not that. We gonna close that. Let's take a real quick break, y'all. I'm gonna be right back. Hold up. Let me run and grab this real fast. Hold up. The YouTube Illuminati is taking money away from your favorite content creators, and people often ask the best way to support the channel directly. I tell them that's subscribing to my Patreon. Just $1 a month would increase production and the frequency of uploads. Basically, that means more content for you. For less than a bag of almond M&Ms, you can support the channel, call dibs on requests for future videos, and you can have access to Patreon exclusive material like my throwback film sessions. That's patreon.com/Voch Lombardi. I appreciate the support. Doski Woski. Salute. Let's get into the Kansas City Chiefs, y'all. Whew, the worst draft in the entire draft. Let's talk about it, though. Let's not just make bold proclamations and not back it up. Let's talk about it. Let me minimize you. Let me bring you back here. Let me pull up the Kansas City Chiefs. Who we got in the chat box, man? Let's see who up in here. Good. We still consistent with this damn chat box, man. Hey, man, salute to everybody for hanging in and sticking around, dog. Appreciate y'all. Kansas City Chiefs, y'all. Breland Speaks at 46. That's rough, dog. That's so rough for me. Whatever. However, I do like Derek Nottie at 75. I really like Derek Nottie a whole bunch. Getting him at 75 is pretty good value to me. Dorian O'Daniel. Shit, man. Okay. Armani Watts. No, some people love Armani Watts, but I think he trash. Especially at 124. I wouldn't even draft that dude, man. I mean, I'll get him in the 6. You know, in the 6 maybe, but Armani Watts at 124, bro. Nah, I'm not gonna be able to do it, bro. And you know the 2 6-round picks or whatever. So with 3 negatives and 1 positive, Kansas City Chiefs got a D+. However, the Oakland Raiders also have a D+, but the Kansas City Chiefs don't have Maurice Hurst. So, damn, Kansas City, that's terrible, man. I ain't gonna hang around on that, bro. I'm not even gonna stay there for a while. Let's get into the Chargers, man. The LA Chargers. The Chargers broke a lot of Cowboys' hearts by drafting Derwin James. A lot of Cowboys fans wanted Derwin James. Cowboys fans were mad that they didn't trade up to go get him. Hey, man, you got to have somebody that's willing to lead their spot. And ain't nobody trying to lead a spot. I like Derwin James. I really like Uchenna Nwosu at 48. And y'all know how I feel about Justin Jones, the red helmet gangster at 84. He had a great Senior Bowl. Kaiser White's a solid pick. They got him at safety, but he'll probably play a little linebacker. So, hey. Scott Quessenberry got beat up a lot at the Senior Bowl. You can go watch that on my Senior Bowl breakdown video. But with 4 positive picks, hey, man, the LA Chargers, which are not in San Diego anymore, they got an A+. They got an A+. And we're going to stay in L.A. for the Rams. Mitchell Neeson dropped a tray in the Super Chat. He said, what's your take on Iowa prospects usually? Go Hawks. A lot of offensive line, a lot of defense, brother. A lot of O-line. A lot of defense from Iowa, especially defense as of late. So the Rams. I got a B+ for the Rams. Let's see. Let me pull up so I can see why I said B+ for the Rams. So they started in the 3rd round, 2 fourths, but they got 2 steals in the 5th and a steal in the 6th. So let's see what we got here. Joe Noboom. Man, I have such a hard time with Joe Noboom. But Joe Noboom at 89 ain't bad. Like I said, I drafted while I graded tackles on a curve because it was a terrible tackle class. So I got Joe Noteboom at 89. That's cool. Joe Noteboom at 89 is a positive pick. However, Brian Allen from Michigan State, not a big fan for him. John Franklin Myers, not a big fan of him. However, Michael Kaiser, Virginia, Oscar from Oklahoma in the 5th, John Kelly in the 6th. That's where you got your money back right there. That's where you got your money back. So you may have had 2 downs in the 4th round, but you got 3 ups in the 5th and the 6th. And I really do like Oscar from Oklahoma, man. Oscar's the homie for real. So I got film on him. And look, I did the Oscar film early. He was like the first edge guy I did this year. So shit. Salute to Oscar. Mask Enigma say way too many good grades. Well, there's a lot of good drafts. There was a lot of good players. What you want me to make up bad grades? What you want me to say? I had no F players, no D minus, 2 D pluses, 1 C minus, 3 C pluses, 3 B minus, 4 B plus, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 A minuses. Everybody else was an A plus. I don't feel like counting them. I'm doing enough work already. Rams. And I saw my phone ding. What happened on my phone? Okay, cool. I guess Shreds went home. Let's do the Miami Dolphins. So peep this out, y'all. 1, 2, 3. We only got a handful of picks left. So if y'all want to start to call in with your reactions and gripes, or if you want to fuss, we can have that conversation. You can go ahead and call in and get in line right now if you want to. But the Miami Dolphins. I got a Dolphins fan in here. Anime doll fan. What's up, bro? Let's get into it. Minka Fitzpatrick, I think he's going to come in and play free safety for you. I think they're going to try him at cornerback first, though. If I'm not mistaken, that just makes sense to me. You get a DB prospect like this, bring him in, let him play outside corner first, and see what happens from there. Mike Gesicki, solid pick. However, I don't like Jerome Baker. Jerome Baker's a bit of a scrub to me. I think Jerome Baker does a lot to get to the football, but he's not nasty when he gets there. He's a 4th-round player to me. You took him at 73. Not a fan. Durham Smythe is also a scrub to me, too. I like Kalen Ballage, though. And he's really an upside pick, too. He could be better than what he really is, so. He's another Senior Bowl guy. So, positive, negative, positive. I give the Dolphins a B minus. That's okay. Because I think a lot of Dolphins fans hate their draft, but I think it's solid. Solid little draft, cool little draft. But I'm just not feeling Durham Smythe, and I'm not feeling Jerome Baker. Jerome's just a little soft for me, man. I just need him to do a little more. And my homeboy said he fresh did not like the Vikings draft. I gave it a B plus though. Dolphins said they'll put him at safety and not corner. Yeah, I agree. Put him at corner. I mean, I agree. Put him at safety, but you gotta try him at corner. Just based on the skill set, gotta try him for corner. Just get ready for the New England to treat you like they're Japanese fishermen. I don't know what that means. But the Minnesota Vikings, their first pick was Mike Hughes. I like Mike Hughes. Mike Hughes is a solid pick. Then he probably could have gone earlier than that, but taking him at 30, not bad. He was actually taking over Josh Jackson, which is interesting. But when defense coordinator George Zimmer, George Zimmer. When Mike Zimmer likes a cornerback, let him fly. Let him fly, because Mike Zimmer know what he wants in these damn cornerbacks. However, Brian O'Neill is a scrub to me. He got whooped at the whole Senior Bowl practice. Film just wasn't great to me. He was good against Bradley Chubb, but that's because he was good at recovering. And y'all know my slogan: in order to recover, you know, recovering is a great trait. Don't get me wrong, okay? But you got to get beat to recover. You know what I'm saying? If you're a cornerback with great recovery speed, somebody smoked you off the rip. But you recovered. You see what I mean? If you're a fighter, great recovery, you had to get knocked out in order to get recovered, dog. You see what I'm saying? So, Brian O'Neill trash to me. Jalen Holmes at 102 was pretty cool to me, even though I don't like Ohio State players according to the peanut gallery. And Tyler Conklin is a steal in the fifth round to me. I think Tyler Conklin is more of a third round guy. So 1, 2, 3. Yep, B+ for the Vikes. B+ for the Vikes. Let's see, who else we got up here? What did you give the 49ers? I haven't gotten there yet. Baker Mayfield at number 1 was a mistake. John Dorsey will get fired. Oh, God. That joke was that Japanese fishermen killed dolphins. I get it. Boy, you way smarter than me. I don't know what the hell you talking about. Let's get into the Patriots, though, so we can wrap this up. New England Patriots. Man, y'all know I love Isaiah Wynn. Patriots had 2 first-round picks, too. I love Isaiah Wynn. Getting that boy 23, great value. I think the Patriots going to play him at tackle. They even said it. Tackle, Isaiah Wynn. Hey, man, he has good film at tackle, so you can't get mad at that. Sony Michel. I like Sony Michel. He's going to be your starter now. I see a lot of DeMarco Murray and Sony Michel. I was going to do a Sony Michel film session till Steven Benzick dropped a dub to see Frank Ragnow, so we're going to show some Frank Ragnow, damn it. And Duke Dawson is another solid player to me. Everybody else is pretty solid. Now, the sleeper here, Braxton Berrios, wide receiver, Miami, about 5'9", white guy. Those guys do very well in New England. Those guys are very productive in New England. So he's not a part of the equation, but I want y'all to look out for that kid. 1, 2, 3. With 3 positive grades, New England get an A- from me. A-. And I watch a lot of film, too, man. That's why a lot of these people got good grades and stuff, because I'm looking at guys in the 5th round like, I like that guy. Now, all these guys can end up being terrible, but, hey, man, we'll cross that road whenever we get there. Jets, Seahawks. We did Jets, huh? Did we do the Jets? We did the Jets. Sure did. Well, we just are rolling, huh? We almost done with this damn thing. Took me a long time to do this shit. So, the Eagles are next, but I don't really like them. I kind of want to do the 49ers next. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we only got 4 guys to go, so I guess I'll do the Eagles next. Eagles, Niners. Hey, we almost at the end, y'all. Yeah, Apple Bite, 2 hours in, man. It's a long-ass stream, but the people asked for it. I think I gave solid logic on why I picked everybody, so I talked y'all through it. Hawks and... we ain't have a 2-hour stream in a minute. We need more than that. I'm kind of tired of talking. I'm kind of tired of talking, man. But... it is what it is. Now, when I work for ESPN, this is going to be filled with like 5-minute commercial breaks. I'm going to have guests to come in and talk some. We're going to have some callers. But talking flat straight for 2 hours, yeah, that's a skill, bro. That's a skill, bro. All right, let's get into it. Peanut breaks in, right. Peanut breaks in between, right. We're gonna have some callers though, because like I said, we only got 4 teams left. So if you want to go ahead and get your spot, go ahead and call in, because we ain't gonna be doing, we ain't gonna be doing this forever. Because I kind of want to go catch the game. I'm gonna get a shower, go out and get some wings, holler at some people. I would buy ESPN Insider to watch Voch Lombardi versus Mel Kiper debate. I'll destroy him. I'll destroy him. Do the champs last? We did the Cowboys already. So the Eagles. The Eagles, who didn't sweep the Cowboys last year. That's very important that we did not sweep the Cowboys last year. But the Cowboys swept the Eagles the year before, though. So the Eagles have a B- grade. Let's see why I said that. And I don't want nobody to be biased and say, why the Eagles got a B- grade? Damn it, the Giants got an A+. Shit, don't hear that. Hey, Hassan Ahmedi Ibn Nubombe. What's up, brother? Dropping a dub in the super chat. Who you want to see right now, dog? Why you out here dropping paper, making it rain and all that? I get so excited. I can feel my energy go down for a little bit. But look, you just dropped 20 in the super chat. Just bring my energy right all the way back up. Hey, man, who you want to see next, Mr. Hassan, before I get into the Eagles? Who you want to see, Hassan? Man. Y'all just showed so much love for us tonight, man. And I can't wait to present this project I've been working on. It's going to be early June when I do it, like June 5th or 6th when I do it. So, man. Donate to this man for his supreme effort. Man, he doing it for the culture. Hassan doing it for the culture. He don't even, man. At the end of the show, man. That's wild, man. I appreciate you, bro. I really do appreciate you, man. Salute for all your support. Nor Eagles nor Cowboys have swept since 2000. I feel like Cowboys swept the Eagles year before last. I don't know. Whatever. I'm sure you did my Bears. Yeah, I did your Bears already, bro. So, but hey, the Bears got an A+ because you and Steven Benzick are gangsters. So, hey, man, the Bears fan. Boy, I wish I had some Eagles fans to act like y'all. Man. Anyway, Eagles B-. Let's see why. Dallas Goedert. I like the pick. I wouldn't mind having him on my team. But he's an Eagle. And we got Connor Williams. So I'm fine with that. Love Connor Williams. I really like Josh Sweat. Avonte Maddox, too high for me. 125, a little bit too high for me. But I do like Josh Sweat. I feel like Josh Sweat is hand usage away from being top tier. But that's just my opinion. Eagles ain't have a whole bunch of picks to work with. The other 2 tackles that they drafted were just kind of whatever to me. But with 2 positive picks and 1 negative pick, Eagles got to B-. That's solid, though. Let's see. What was I about to do? Here we go. 49ers. Then we're going to open up the phones. And we're going to wrap this thing up, y'all. I think we had a great little show, man. I always love it when we come together and fellowship over football. You know what I mean? Anyway, Mike McGlinchey, 9th overall. I like the pick. This is my problem, and this is where things get a little weird for me. Because I love Dante Pettis. But y'all got that boy at 44. I think that's a little high to be going to go get Dante Pettis, but it is what it is. Fred Warner, I like Fred Warner. He's a pretty good coverage linebacker. 70's a bit high for him too, but third round, I'm cool with that. Tavarius Moore, safety from Southern Miss. There were a few free safeties that had range in this draft. Tavarius Moore was one of them. So go ahead and get those guys before they run out. You got them at a solid little value. 95 is pretty good. Kentavious Street, even though he's a red helmet gangster and I do like him, I think fourth was a little bit too high for him. I think both his knees broke. Both his knees broke, and you know he just was the worst of the red helmet gangsters. Not saying he was bad, but the other three were amazing. Street was just pretty good. Man, I love Dante Pettis. I just can't do 44. However, I feel like y'all got a steal in DJ Reed at 142. And look, when I say steal, I don't want y'all thinking that DJ Reed gonna come out here and be Pro Bowl guy. But, you know, like getting a fourth rounder or getting a serviceable player in the fifth round. That's what I mean. So I like the Niners draft a little bit. I like the guys that they got, but positioning was a little strange to me. It is what it is. Seahawks got a C+. Let's talk about the Seahawks and a C+. Rashad Penny at 27, dog. That just hurt my heart. If we got any Seahawks fans in the chat box, go in there and tell me how you felt about Rashad Penny at 27. If you're a non-Seahawks fan and you got a pretty good laugh out of it, go in the comment section and tell me if you got a decent little laugh out of Rashad Penny at 27. I was so confused. I didn't know what the hell to think out of Rashad Penny at 27. But I was looking at the Seahawks draft, and I was like, man, y'all flat out acting like y'all ain't got a problem at offensive line. That's my thing, man. Like, Rashad's cool, but Russell Wilson's still out here running for his life, dog. And Will Hernandez was right there. Whatever. Whatever. Rashad Penny at 27. Rasheem Green at 79. I ain't like him at first because I thought he was getting whooped a lot, but I was watching the Notre Dame film and I was like, okay, he's playing against Quentin Nelson. Yes, he's getting whooped a lot, so that makes sense. Will Dissly. All right, cool. But they made up for it with Shaquem Griffin. I like Shaquem Griffin. Y'all know how I feel about Shaquem Griffin. Damn, I wish we could have got Shaquem Griffin, but getting that dude at 141, that's some great value right there. I really do like it. Man, the Seahawks went and got a punter before they. Man, that's crazy, bro. Yeah, so Shaquem is their steal. Will Dissly, not a fan of. I like Rasheem Green. Rashad Penny, it was a little too high to take him. I like the player, though. A little too high to take him. Everybody else kind of fits, where they go. Jamarco Jones is cool, but I don't think that's fixing your offensive line problem. I like Jamarco Jones, though. Tackle from Ohio State, because according to Homeboy, I don't like Ohio State players. I like Jamarco Jones, but like I said, I don't think that fixes your offensive line problem. 100% does not. And last but not least, we're going to fly to Washington. D.C., call in now so we can get this rolling. If not, we're going to box and boogie. The call-in number is 515-739-1285, access code 309-104. All right? Let's go to DC. All right, close the damn book up. Go back to the damn grades. I ain't get the grade. Got C+. I got C+ for Washington. C plus, C plus, C plus, C plus, C plus, C plus. Jitterbug. Let's make this a little bigger too. Let's go ahead and increase the size of this thing. We're going to do that. Yeah, but I don't want to cover up the number. Should I put it on this side? Hold on. I can scroll this thing. All right? Scroll this thing a little bit. I don't know. Who cares? But anyway, I'm tripping. I can do that. There we go. Boom. All right. So, Washington. I keep closing this damn book like I'm finished. Okay, here we go. They got a C plus because. Okay, Deron Payne. I like Deron Payne. He's cool, but he ain't good enough for 13 overall. That's a bit much for me. He'll probably fit that system cool. He plays with Jonathan Allen. John will help him out a little bit, but Deron Payne, that early, can't do it, brother. At 13, no, sir. No, can't do. Not going to be able to do it. Thumbs up here for Darius Geis. I like Darius Geis, though. Solid with that. Jerron Christian, not a fan. Not a fan. And I had to go watch film on Troy Aikby after watching his 40 time or whatever. Troy Aikby, solid. Solid enough for a 4th round pick. For the 109 pick. Not bad. So, woo. Let me take a sip of water. Number to call in is 515-739-1285. Access code 309104. If you don't call, I'm just going to go. But if you call, I will entertain you. So, let's see. We at 2 hours, 13 minutes. We're going to wait to get to the 15-minute mark. 2 hours and 15 minutes. If no dice, we gonna run it. Cowboy fan, keeping it really. I don't know what that means. That was a horrible pick. I was like, who the hell is that? My squad drafted the best receiver in the draft. In the first, like, talking about Calvin. Nah, we're not gonna talk about Drake today. Even though I was really excited about Drake. Everything you need is on the screen, y'all. Everything you need. Penny is a beast, though. 4.7 40, 2,000 yards. Sure, yeah. But they're acting like Russell Wilson ain't out there running for his life, so. But, like I said, that's their problem. That's their problem. What else we got? We did some pretty good chat box today, man. Some great interaction. All right, nobody showed up, so peep this out, y'all. Payne is not a great player. Payne is a solid player with a cool little motor. He only showed up in bowl season. He is not a great player to me, but that's just my opinion. Hey, man, it's been fun. I appreciate everybody that came through. Everybody that showed love. What a super chat at, man. Let me find my super chats, bro. If I can find the internet. If I can give one last shout out to my super chatters that they really gonna make this thing they're gonna make this thing blow up, this project I'm working on. Hassan Mitchell as Canada Attack Dog 0500. Il Tacos a few times. Shaq the Shooter a few times. Texas Florida Guy. Anime Doll Fan. Steven Benzick a few times. Ice Cream the God. Andrew Bailey. Ken Miles. Jorge Lewis. Ryan Carlisle a few times. Ryan Carlisle. And Gregory Castillo, pardon me. Hey, man, it's been fun. I appreciate all y'all for coming through. Whew. I'm about to go get some wings and beer and watch this basketball game. And when I get home, I'm going to pull this footage to do this Frank Ragnar video. And that may be the last one before we get into NFL film, all right? Y'all hold it down for the Doski Woski and the Peasky Whisky. It's Voch Lombardi. It's been fun. Salute, y'all. Peace.